Yeah, I think she deserves a round of applause. If I had started the workshop just for you, we'd be finished by now. So who is just a little bit tired of 3 days of conference? Just a little bit. All right, so thank you for coming then. This is early on the Wednesday morning, last day of the conference, and you made the right choice to be here, because the nice thing about this workshop is that you don't have to take notes, you don't have to think, you don't have to understand anything. You can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. That's all you need to do. And we are going to do an experience later on in the workshop. And if you just join in and you go with the flow, see what it does for you. And we'll see at 9:15, 9:30, that would be a good moment for yourself to evaluate if this workshop was useful for you. Yeah. So to be able to make it useful, it's nice to be part of the experience, to participate, but again, you don't have to understand anything, you don't have to take notes. We're just going to have some fun. I'm going to tell you some stuff, and then we're going to do, I think something, appeal to your dreams, your imagination, and I think early morning on Wednesday, we went to the party last night. Oh yeah, quite a few hands. Yeah. So I think this is a good way to start the last day of the party. I brought some friends with me, my foster children. They're right here. I'm still filling up the time until 8:15. It's 8:50, we can start now. We can start. My foster children, they've been with me actually for quite a few years, and they're looking for a new home. So I brought them along, all the way from the Netherlands, and I hope to find some new parents for these foster children. So I hope you'll be willing to adopt one of them. If you want to adopt one, then yeah, you want to adopt one? Okay, there's just one trick to it. You can only adopt one if you get one of the questions right. So, and my first question is, so this would already be a chance to take one of these children with you. By the way, if you feel like you recognize them, you've seen them before, any resemblance to existing cartoons is strictly coincidental. First question is, what 4 words do you think my workshop will begin with? Sorry. There's a law in the Netherlands that says you can't throw dwarfs. Is there a law like that in the States? No. No? Oh, there you go. Oh! Once upon a time, which is actually not once upon a time, because it is, to be precise, 1908. There is a little boy who is 8 years old and who lives on a farm in the rural landscapes of Missouri. And he loves his life over there. He plays with the animals, he chases the animals in the woods, he tries to capture them, he makes drawings of the animals on the outside of his shed with chalk, and he is leading a happy life. Until his 2 older brothers, who are teenagers, decide that the hard work on the farm does not pay off enough for them. They think of a different future. They don't want to spend the rest of their lives on the farm. And when they turn 60, 70 years old, they decide to leave the farm, go to the big city, to Chicago, and attempt another life. Well, this is a very dramatic happening in the family, because the father of the boy has to decide to sell the farm and also move to the city with his family. And the city is Kansas City, that's where they go. And his father finds a job, he becomes the newspaper distributor. And this is important because the boy, he's going to have to help. He's going to have to help to support the household. And his dad is going to make him do a paper route every morning before school and every afternoon after school. And this goes on for years. So it's a tough life. And they can barely make ends meet. So this goes on until he's 15 years old. And it was not common to get presents for Christmas in the family. But that Christmas 1916, you received a big box, and in the box was a brand new pair of leather boots. They would help him run all his routes in harsh winters of Kansas. But what he didn't know when he started to walk his routes on these new boots, that there was a nail sticking through the sole of his foot. And his foot got hurt, his foot got infected, and he was not able to run his route for several weeks in a row, giving him a rare opportunity to contemplate his life and think about what he actually wanted to do the rest of his life. He was already taking art classes. His dad was paying his lessons at the Art Institute to learn how to draw. So the interest was already there. It was at this time that he decided he wanted to become a cartoonist. Such writes Bob Thomas in the biography of Walt Disney in 1976. And this boy, of course, is Walt Disney. And the nice thing about doing a presentation on Walt Disney is that most people know who he is. And most people also have a first Disney experience. They can remember, oh yeah, I remember the first time I heard about Disney, or I was in touch with the Disney version or product. Can you remember who remembers the first Disney experience? Charlotte?
I think it was the Snow White movie in 1975.
1975. And you must have been just born?
Maybe a shot. Maybe a shot. Yeah, what's that experience? There you go, traumatized people.
Yeah, who else? First Disney experience.
Winnie the Pooh in 73. Winnie the Pooh in 2012.
I went to Disneyland when I was 4 and I got mouse ears with my name on the back of the mouse ears, and I still have those mouse ears.
And that was California? California, nice. So these experiences, they are basically on our hard disk, aren't they?
Is the sound okay, by the way? Clip for everyone in the back also? Yeah?
You just asked them to turn it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be better.
It seemed like it wasn't that loud. I remember my first Disney experience. It was 1972. It was for my birthday. I was turning 7. Yeah, you can do math now. I was 7. My parents took me to the movie theater in the town of Haarlem, in Holland, the old Haarlem. And this was in the inner city of Haarlem, not these old-fashioned movie theaters, the big ones. So when I came in there, first time in the movie theater, I was already amazed by the size of the theater, the number of chairs, the height of the ceiling, and the big curtains that would open up. And the way that they would open up, and I was already sitting like this, when there was Aristocats. And ever since Aristocats, I was a Disney fan, I was interested in the product. I never envisaged working for Disney at that time. But the dream started to grow when in 1986 Disney announced that they would open a park in Europe. So I was the first one to write that. I would want to work for the park. Never heard anything, of course. It took another 5 years before they started hiring. So in 1991, when the hiring started for the park in Paris, I thought, oh, I'm writing in French. Yeah. I don't know where in the pile I ended up, but I wasn't on top. I guess I was also not the only one writing a letter in Europe. I wasn't invited for anything, I didn't even hear anything back. And then it was 1996, and there was an advertisement for a media relations manager in the Netherlands for the Disney parks. So I thought, well, I try my luck again. And I got more luck at that time, so I ended up working for Disney. I had some wonderful years there, fantastic years. 10 years ago, I decided to change my career. I wanted to be more into consultancy and training and facilitation. Personal development has my great interest. I still make use a lot of the things I learned at Disney. If you think of leadership, if you think about customer service management, things like that. And now it's 2006, and it's a good time to look back at Disney, and I'll tell you why in a second. So who is this workshop for this morning? It's basically for people that think of themselves as leader in innovation or creativity. You may be a person that has to take the initiative in an organization, in your work, to come up with solutions for problems or new solutions, create new products, for example. You can be a team manager. You can actually do what we're going to do today with your team very easily. It's a nice way to get new energy flow in your team. We're here to talk about. Facilitators can use the Disney strategy to work with their teams and create creativity within the groups. Make people start to think about new things. See how they can put them in place. And you can work on a one-on-one situation with what we're going to do today. So for coaches it's also very useful. And it's useful for anyone who likes to pursue their dreams. Now, did I include everyone there? Or is there still somebody not in there? No? Everyone? Okay, yeah. So nice. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? I'm going to briefly touch on why we're talking about Disney today, because there is a special reason for that. I'm briefly going to talk about his innovations and how they are important. We're going to do some fun fact trivia because we're looking for foster parents. I'm going to touch on Disney culture. We're going to be talking about the Disney strategy for innovative thinking, and I'm going to share an experience with you later on in the workshop. And for that experience, it would be very useful if you had a dream to work with. Something in your life you would still like to accomplish. And it can be work-related, and it can be private. And it can be big, and it can be small. And it can be far away, and it can be close by. And it can be something really significant, like organizing the Olympic Games in your backyard. Yeah? To, well, losing 4 or 5 pounds in the next 6 months. Something practical. Anything that you dream of being able to accomplish within the next 6 months, year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Something you would like to work with today. That's maybe the only thinking part you need to do this morning. So what would it be if I were to ask you to work with a dream today, or a desire, or a wish, or a desired situation you would like to reach? What would that be? And I'll give you 2 minutes to quickly exchange with a neighbor what it possibly could be you want to work. So you all have this idea already in your head, which is useful. Yeah, so I'll give you 2 minutes. See if you can come up with something you want to work with today.
Not today, please.
No.
life choices. But then again, we only have 25 minutes before we get all the stuff done today. So first, how was that to talk about this? How is it to talk about something you would like to accomplish? Who enjoys doing that? Okay, did you see Simon today? Yeah. Do you know dopamine? This is dopamine. This is dopamine. This is your energy shot for this morning. That's why I said this is a good choice to come here because you're going to leave here on a dopamine high. Yeah? Because that's what happens if we talk about these things we'd like to accomplish. It's releasing energy. Yeah? Is there anyone who hasn't got anything yet? Okay, oh, everyone, so that's great. All right. If not, you can still think about it a little bit because I have some other things to share with you because before we work with your dream. Why are we talking about Disney today? It's not just without reason. I came up with the idea for this workshop because it is 100 years ago that he decided to become a cartoonist. That's where it all started. This huge thing. 50 years ago, it's going to be 50 years ago when he decided that he passed away. So that can also be a reason to commemorate him together today. And he is a unique individual that has had such an impact on the entertainment industry, it's unparalleled. So he will always stand out from that perspective. And the Walt Disney Company is still very relevant. It has been 100 years. He's passed away 50 years ago, but Walt Disney Company is still breaking business records today. It's their fifth consecutive record year. Yeah. And because it's fun. So that helps. You know this building? Yes. Disney headquarters. Designed, they actually look a little bit alike. Designed by Michael Graves. Has anyone recently seen a Michael Graves building by any chance? What was that? Did anyone see a Michael Graves building recently? If you went to the party, you saw a Michael Graves building yesterday, because if you come out of the museum, it's right there. It's also Michael Graves. This is also Michael Graves. Walt Disney Company, to give you an idea, what I'm going to do now with you, is going to look at some things to put into perspective what Disney's dreams have led to, what they have provoked. So first of all, to put things a little bit into perspective, does anyone know how much money the Walt Disney Company makes per year, or how much turnover they have? And your revenue. Any idea? Okay, well, toss it in the corner. Pretty good answer.
52 billion. 52.5.
I think it's good enough because it's not what's there, but it's very close. So don't tell anyone about it. And how much? It says 50 here. Yeah, 50 billion, so you're very close. Of this 50, how much profit do you think?
Half.
5 billion.
Nah.
6 billion.
30.
2.
10.
2.
Nah. Too bad. I'm sorry. Robert, stay with me. Yeah, I'll show you. 8 billion. Yeah, so that's 20%. Is that correct? It's actually a little less. It's the most profitable entertainment company if you compare it to entertainment companies alike. And if you're looking for bigger turnovers and bigger profits in media, then you have to look at Google, Facebook, Apple, but that's about it. And they do this. Disney earns this money by producing films, original films, TV shows, home entertainment, parks and hotels, consumer products, theater, and cruises. That's how the money comes. Now, if we look at these innovations, because some people think of Disney as a traditional company. Well, it's a traditional animated entertainment. Even Pixar movies are a little bit traditional in the sense that they keep on coming back to the same type of movies. But innovation is key to the Disney organization. They've always been improving themselves. They've always looked for new opportunities outside the existing ones. They've always gone beyond boundaries that were already there. Disney was fantastic in thinking new things, in creating and inventing things that haven't been done yet. And that's his legacy, and he has left his legacy with the company. So the company continued his legacy of innovation. If we look at just the list of innovations during his lifetime, I'm not going to go through all of them, it's just to show you that there's a lot. But you may remember that the cartoons with sound and the cartoons with color, two of the first ones, sorry. Oh, I accidentally pushed my button. He was the first person to invent merchandise. Anyone remembers what it was, the first merchandise article? Disney. Yeah, Mickey Mouse watch, yeah, with the needles being the hands of the Mickey. Yeah, there you go. And interestingly enough, this is one you may not know. I'm sure. Oops. Push this one. The Mineral King project. Has anyone heard of that? It's a ski resort. Yeah, they were ready to build an entire ski resort in the California Sierras. And they were ready to go in 1965. The only reason it never happened was that Disney passed away, and the people that were basically responsible for making it happen afterwards, they weren't able to do so. They didn't get it done, and they got some protests from environmentalists, so in the end, Mineral King was never built, but it was a huge project. And after his death, the company continued to innovate itself. It took them 10 to 15 years before they did so. So there's been a big transition phase where the movies of Disney weren't that great either. But then in the 80s they started picking it up again. It was under the influence of the CEO Michael Eisner that they picked up on it, and they started to build their own TV channels. They started to bring movies to DVDs, or to videos at that time, VHS videos. Because if you're creating, you're giving away your heritage. You put it in people's homes. How can you do that? It's been so profitable. It's been incredible because a DVD or a VHS returns 5, 6, 7 times more than a movie ticket. So it was great for the business. Then the computer animated feature film, of course, with Toy Story already in the 90s. Cruise lines, new cruise lines. And if you look at the technology now that they apply in the parks, if you look at what they do in Shanghai in 2000, it's going to open this year. I think it's going to open next month. I think June, is it? Yeah. The technology that is built into the park there is stunning. Stunning. So, a very innovative company. And these innovations, okay, let's put in perspective what that has led to. Does anyone know how many Oscars Disney may have won during his lifetime?
During his lifetime?
During his lifetime. So between 32, he won his first, until 65.
26.
Make a guess. 26. 26.
Oh.
How did you know? Very good.
Read books.
Would you know how many Oscars the Disney company has won between 32 and now, today? Anyone? I'll throw in the door.